I started parasport when I was 6, so I know often a lot of us, especially acquired versus congenital. I was born with my disability. I have cerebral palsy, right hemiplegia. So the right side of my body is weaker than the left, and I'm one of the mildest forms, so I compete in the highest classification for athletics. How I got into sport was I got into sledge hockey at the age of 6 in a club called Cruiser Sports based out of Mississauga. They also do wheelchair basketball, track and field, and bocce. So I did wheelchair basketball and track and field, and then I just fell in love with athletics. I like the individual aspect of, you succeed on your own, but when you fail on your own, and you really get to learn all the lessons you need to in order to grow. So my growth came from athletics, really. When you're at games or when you're competing even locally in clubs, you are all there for each other. But when you get into, for my case, the circle to throw discus, it's all in, it's me, this is my time to show and do what I've done with the support that I've had from my friends, family, and everybody else behind me. My coach, Ken Hall, he was my hockey coach in sledge hockey at the age of 6, so he's been coaching me for over a decade and a half. The growth that I've had starting in multi-sport, sledge hockey, wheelchair basketball, I've been able to know all the sports, and for me, going to an event like this and going to a Paralympic Games, I get to cheer on everybody else, so it's been amazing. I'm the middle child, so I've been lucky to have an older and a younger sister, and believe it or not, we're all approximately 32 months apart from youngest to oldest. So my younger sister is about 10 and a half months younger. I always think she's a mistake, but that's more the sibling rivalry. They're both very supportive of me. They're both actually very involved in their own type of sport, and they do video gaming, so they enjoy that, and I'm supportive of that as well. And my mom and my father, who's now deceased, but they both have been very good, and they're the reason why I'm where I am, because of all the traveling and commitment they've made to me and to make sure that I have reached the level I have. I used to wear a hand brace and a leg brace growing up. I used to use a wheelchair for some events, so I think my growth and my body awareness and my comfort zone has really grown because of the support they've given me, and of course, again, sport. So for them, they've always told me that I'm like the brother they never had. I will go and get down and dirty in the mud. I will be out and about. I'm not very girly. I can be. We all have our traits, but that is something that they've always enjoyed calling me, and I'm okay with that. I find that a compliment. My father was a great figure for me growing up. My mother and my father, they have the best love I've ever seen. So I really tried for the London 2012 games, and he was really involved, especially in sledge hockey and then moving forward. So for me, having that support from him and my mom was huge, and then of course having him pass away, that was difficult for our family, but that was a good drive for me in 2016. Unfortunately, some of my other fellow athletes had the same experience. It was through cancer, and one of the things that we had in Rio was myself and my co-competitor in discus, Kevin Schreibosch, we both made a moment to really remember and support, or remember for the support we had through the ones that we have lost. And I think it's important to remember and kind of commemorate those moments when you can.